Not only is Meghan Markle now clearly pimping out her children against the wishes of her own husband, she's actually breaking the rules of the social media giants who she constantly criticizes for exploiting children. You could not make this up.
Meghan Markle humiliated, and we all know about cancellation if you call Jeremy Kyle or Rupert, but entertaining, wasn't it, Rupert?
Was credibly accused, and you know, the Times story broke. I believe they dropped him. And I don't know why they would revisit a client like a Meghan Markle.
Prince Harry was in court today on the verge of tears, saying UK tabloids are making Meghan Markle's life an absolute misery. Meanwhile, Netflix seems to have canceled season 3 of With Love, Meghan.
Meghan Markle just landed in the middle of a huge online storm after a video on Instagram raised serious questions about platform rules and safety policies. Some commentators are now claiming the post could even risk penalties from the platform if moderators decide it crosses certain guidelines. And the timing? That's what really made people stop and stare.
Meghan Markle isn't trying to promote something.
Yes, it's something, yeah, herself, usually. Now, in a minute, we'll get to the fact that Harry is in London at the moment.
Who have done some incredible work on this, and we'll come to their big revelation in just one moment, have juxtaposed the entire horrendous video with Meghan's own words to Jamie Kern-Lima to prove what a catastrophic liar and fraud Markle really is.
This is the kind where Meghan has skipped the work, she skipped the strategy, she skipped the structure, and assumed that marrying a prince will automatically catapult you to the very top. No, that's not a shortcut. That is the freefall that we are all currently watching.
There was another drop of the same video because of social media criticism that it wasn't actually 4-year-old Lily filming. And so we got this one from a new angle where you could apparently hear the poor child gasping in the background.
You can file this one under insanity because somehow Meghan Markle's new Netflix show has been linked on Instagram to a child ABUSE warning. You couldn't make this shiz up even if you tried.
This all unfolded during a chaotic week. Netflix had already decided to cancel her show, and at almost the same moment, Prince Harry was overseas dealing with a major privacy case in a London courtroom. The overlap of these events made the situation feel even more dramatic, and suddenly the internet was buzzing with speculation. People online started digging into every detail.
In court today, as he concluded an emotional testimony in his lawsuit against the Daily Mail, he talked about the horrible experience. He ended his nearly 2-hour testimony in London's High Court on an emotional note, his voice breaking as he accused the UK tabloids he is suing of continuing to target him, and he said it's making his wife, Meghan Markle's life, an absolute misery. Wednesday today, the Duke of Sussex finished giving evidence in his lawsuit against the Associated Newspapers. Turning towards the judge, Harry's voice broke as he spoke about the toll of the case and the coverage surrounding it and how it's taken to his family. By standing up here and taking a stand against them, this has continued to come after me, Harry said, his voice cracking with emotion. And they have made my wife's life an absolute misery, my lord. My lord. Asked earlier about the impact of the press coverage of the years-long feud, Harry said the situation only intensified.
Trying to figure out exactly what happened and why this video sparked so much noise. The biggest issue being discussed involves the strict safety policies set by Meta, the company behind Instagram and Facebook.
Meghan now exploits her personal life based on our revelations about what she's really doing. According to Taz posted, normally parents film their children having fun. Not the other way round. There's no way a 4-year-old Lily filmed this, trying to prove how in love and happy they are. Still, we should be grateful she wasn't twerking this time. Revealing her actions, Princess Carparkle added Meghan Markle saw the online chatter about how ridiculous it is for us to believe that a 4-year-old filmed their awful wedding dance, so she uploaded another small clip with the girl's voice behind it. You have to do better than that, Markle. I still don't believe a 4-year-old filmed that, and if you'd let a child film you straddling your husband, that's weird. The prove it game? Again? Yet it proves nothing. It doesn't prove she filmed that 35-second video, just that perhaps she was there. Markle is so thin-skinned, I don't think social media or public life is a good choice for her.
Their rules around sensitive content are extremely tight, especially when a situation involves claims about younger individuals being connected to the creation of a video, even if a young person is not visible in the clip.
This time we were told that their 4-year-old daughter was behind the camera, that this innocent child was filming her parents in what can only be described as an intimate, inappropriate display. And let me be crystal clear about something. That claim is absurd. Absolutely absurd. Any parent knows that a 4-year-old child doesn't have the steadiness, the technical ability, or frankly the interest in filming a 35-second video of their parents dancing in that manner. The response from intelligent observers was immediate and damning. People pointed out the obvious, that normally parents film their children having fun, not the other way around. There's something fundamentally wrong with the entire setup. If you're trying to prove how in love and happy you are, why do you need your 4-year-old child to film it? Why does everything have to be performed for public consumption? Why can't anything remain private and sacred?
The platform's policies can still examine how the content was filmed and presented. Because of that, the moment Meghan said the video was recorded by her daughter, critics immediately began raising questions.
To prove the misery, just look at these pictures of Harry's face. And of course, he wouldn't be happy, would he? Because this was anything but classy. But here's how Hello Magazine decides to sell it. The Duchess of Sussex hopped on the 2016 train, sharing a sweet throwback moment from her life with Prince Harry. Meghan posted a romantic video filmed by daughter Princess Lilibet of the couple dancing barefoot on the lawn of their Montecito home, followed by a nostalgic snap from Botswana taken 10 years ago on their third date. When 2016 feels just like 2016, when 2026 feels just like 2016, you had to be there, she wrote. And by the way, it looks like this video has broken the very serious rules of Meta, so she should actually be booted off Instagram and Facebook now. We will come to that. But it gets worse. Absolutely it does. And by the way, I stand by every word of our reporting. Now, of course, the dance itself was highly choreographed, and Harry was miserable. Absolutely miserable. And as you can see here, we have seen this exact dance before.
Analysts who looked at the clip pointed out something interesting. The video appears steady from start to finish, almost perfectly framed at adult height. There is no shaking, no drifting camera, and no uneven angles that you would normally expect from a handheld recording. Because of that, many observers believe the device was likely placed on a fixed surface or a tripod instead.
Prove something. Prove that you're enough. Prove that you're pretty enough. You prove that you're smart enough. You prove that you're a good wife or a good friend. And I was like, I am just so done with the prove it game. Yes. When you get to the place where you feel I don't have to prove anything to you anymore. I don't have to prove that I'm a good person. I don't have to prove to you that I'm a good wife or mom or friend. I don't have to prove that I work hard. And it can be really freeing when you stop playing the prove it game. You're proving nothing to anyone other than to yourself.
She's a joke. She's an absolute joke. Julia Unleashed had a very good point. Meghan Markle is essentially saying Prince Harry is hers. She's using this video to send a message to critics that they are locked in forever. I wonder if she thinks this video is cute, because it genuinely isn't. Her body type is very unusual and, in my opinion, unattractive. But there's actually a much more serious side to this story, which the MSM has completely missed as ever, but it has been revealed by our friend Nancy Sidley of Twin Talks. Check this out. Meghan Markle is in some trouble now. This is the Meta rules.
In the footage itself, Meghan and Harry are seen dancing together in their backyard. At first glance, it looks like a playful family moment meant to feel relaxed and casual. But a lot of viewers noticed the movements seem very coordinated. The couple appears to move with a rhythm that looks planned rather than spontaneous. Some even pointed out that similar dance moves have been seen from the pair before during public appearances. That detail sparked even more debate. If the scene was rehearsed or carefully set up, then presenting it as a casual clip captured by a small offspring simply doesn't line up for many people watching. And that's where the online criticism started to grow louder. The situation also caught attention because of comments Meghan made earlier in an interview with Jamie Kern-Lima. During that conversation, she suggested she was finished with what she called the prove it game and didn't feel the need to show anything to the public anymore. Yet critics say this video looked like the exact opposite, an attempt to present a picture of happiness and unity during a moment of intense public attention. After the first wave of criticism, another version of the video appeared with background audio that some listeners believed sounded like a young voice. Still, many viewers argued that hearing a voice doesn't actually prove who filmed the video or how the footage was captured. For them, the technical details of the recording still raised the same questions. And that's why the clip quickly turned into a viral debate online. Some people see it as a harmless personal moment shared with followers. Others believe the story behind the filming simply doesn't add up.
What I can chime in on, and I do know a little bit more on, is the ratings of With Love Meghan. They have cratered amidst reports it won't return for season 3. Aha! Meghan with Love Meghan, the lifestyle series fronted by Meghan, did not cook up much following in the second half of 2025. The series, which landed its second season on August 26, was viewed only 2 million times in the last 4 months. Dude, I have more than that in a month on YouTube, and like, that's crazy. That's crazy how much she got paid versus what I get paid with way more millions of views. I'm more popular than Meghan when it comes to content. I'm happy to say that. Can we all celebrate that? That's pretty epic. It was a 1,217th most watched title on Netflix. Yikes. Over the second half of the year. That's low, man. Per the What We Watch data dump. The show's special With Love holiday celebration fared slightly better, coming in at 1,015 on the list with 2.4 million views. All this comes amid reports that Netflix has canceled the show. New York Post suggested earlier today that With Love Meghan will not have a third season on the streamer, but that there have been conversations about more holiday specials. Netflix declined to comment. I do believe that.
Either way, the internet noticed immediately, and the conversation hasn't slowed down since. Now here's where the pressure really starts to show, because the timing of everything around Meghan Markle has people talking non-stop online. Reports say Netflix has officially pulled the plug on her show With Love Meghan, and the numbers being discussed have raised a lot of eyebrows across the entertainment world. According to viewers tracking streaming performance, the second season reportedly struggled to gain traction. Some reports even placed it extremely low on Netflix's broader viewership rankings. To put that into perspective, many successful Netflix series pull in tens of millions of views, sometimes even crossing the 100 million mark in a short time. The numbers tied to Meghan's show were dramatically smaller, which immediately triggered questions about the future of the project. People who watched the episodes also had mixed reactions to the content itself. Some viewers said the segments felt slow and uneventful. One moment that kept getting mentioned online showed Meghan reorganizing snacks, moving pretzels from one bag to another. Another clip showed her making bookmarks with the phrase, "fell asleep here." Critics quickly jumped on that moment, saying it felt overly staged rather than natural. And that brings us to Netflix's current position. Officially, the company still says it has a first-look deal with Harry and Meghan. In simple terms, that means they can pitch ideas to Netflix first before taking them somewhere else. But insiders in the industry say those types of deals don't always guarantee new projects or funding. Sometimes it simply means the company gets the option to review ideas before deciding whether to pass on them. Financial speculation has also been swirling around the couple. Some reports claim their production partnerships have slowed down significantly in the last year.
That's exactly why they have this crusade, and we just see again, it's just all lies just to protect themselves.
And of course, total usual story, Brittany. Harry jumps on the plane and we see ever more of the two children who he doesn't believe should be posted on social media at all. This is the specific video that really does pretty much reveal Archie. We remember him quite clearly saying in the podcast late last year, children should not be on Instagram whatsoever, and parents are irresponsible if they do so. Well, there's your wife.
Yes, and she did it as soon as he was in the UK, or as soon as he was in the air. The kids were all over social media all of a sudden. It's complete and utter hypocrisy. And honestly, what was the point of any of that? Because obviously the zoo day was a different day, and so it wasn't close to them at all. And so obviously all these happened on different days, and she just had to post them all at once. It's like, why? What is the purpose? What is the point? And we are in the Instagram era overall of being consistent in your posting, actually having a purpose to your posting.
Their Spotify podcast deal already ended earlier, and several planned media projects never fully materialized. Because of that, online commentators have started asking whether their media empire is hitting a rough patch. Another topic that keeps resurfacing is Meghan's lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. The brand generated huge headlines when it was first announced, but months later, people are still waiting to see large-scale product launches. Without steady releases, the excitement around the brand cooled off quickly, leaving many observers wondering what the long-term plan is. Then there's the social media angle, which has sparked its own debate. Whenever personal videos appear online, audiences immediately start analyzing the timing and the message behind them. Supporters say these clips simply show private family moments being shared with followers. Critics argue the posts sometimes arrive during moments of intense public attention, which leads to speculation about image management. What makes this conversation even more complicated is the couple's earlier advocacy around online safety. Meghan and Harry previously spoke about protecting families from the harmful side of social media. They even supported initiatives focused on helping parents navigate online risks. Because of that history, every new post is now examined closely by both supporters and critics. Meanwhile, another emotional layer to this story has also been mentioned in the media. Meghan's father, Thomas Markle, has reportedly faced serious health struggles in recent years. His situation has occasionally resurfaced in headlines, adding another complicated chapter to an already tense family relationship. Put all of this together, the streaming struggles, the brand questions, the social media debate, and the ongoing family drama, and it's easy to see why the internet keeps circling back to this story again and again.
Prince Harry broke down in big boy tears as he gave some testimony today in his lawsuit against the Daily Mail, claiming that they have made his wife's life an absolute misery. Well, Harry, I'm sorry. Why does that have any bearing on this case at all? You're talking about articles that were written between 2001 and 2013, 3 years before you allegedly met your wife. So what does Meghan have anything to do with this trial?
The spotlight hasn't moved away for a second, and every new development only pulls more attention into the situation. Critics online didn't hold back after that video surfaced. Some viewers claimed the clip looked overly intimate for something shared publicly, arguing it felt more like a performance aimed at convincing the internet that everything in the marriage is perfectly fine. Whether that was the intention or not, the reaction online was loud and immediate, and people started questioning why such a private moment was broadcast to millions of followers. At the exact same time all this was happening, Prince Harry was sitting inside a London courtroom taking part in a legal battle with the Daily Mail over alleged privacy violations. The timing created a striking contrast that many commentators quickly pointed out. Harry's case focuses on claims that intrusive media tactics, such as unlawful information gathering and phone hacking, caused serious harm to his personal life. According to his legal argument, those actions damaged relationships and created years of stress and mistrust. He's seeking accountability and recognition that those practices crossed a line. But while that argument was unfolding in court, people online noticed something unusual happening on social media. Personal moments from the couple's life continued appearing on Instagram. Clips filmed around their home, scenes from their backyard, and snapshots from everyday family activities. For critics, that raised a question. If privacy is the core issue of the lawsuit, why share so many personal details online? Some commentators even speculated that lawyers involved in the case could point to public posts as part of a broader argument about how much of the couple's life is already shared voluntarily.
Catherine last year, post-cancer, posted a really sweet picture of herself in the woods, and she looks just so carefree and full of hope and joy and thankful that she was in remission. And underneath that, the caption where she's talking about spending more time outside and being grateful for her health, she credits Prince Louis as taking the photo. It's just another example of Meghan Markle. When she's not wearing the skin of Diana, she's competing with the Princess of Wales, Catherine, and trying to tell us that her 4-year-old is the videographer behind the magic. It's just her desperate to cosplay as the Princess of Wales.
Whether that actually becomes part of the legal strategy is unclear, but the discussion itself has been spreading quickly across social media platforms. The distance between the two situations also added drama to the story. While Harry handled legal matters in London, Meghan remained thousands of miles away in California, continuing her regular social media activity. That separation alone fueled even more online speculation about how coordinated their public messaging really is. Meanwhile, the wider royal family appeared to keep their distance from the entire situation. Reports suggested that King Charles and Prince William were spending time in Scotland during that same period, focused on official duties. Observers quickly noticed there were no signs of a family meeting or reconciliation during Harry's visit to the United Kingdom. Royal watchers often compare how different members of the family present their personal lives to the public. Catherine, Princess of Wales, is frequently mentioned in that conversation. When photos of her family appear, they're usually carefully planned and shared in a calm, formal way. One recent image showed Prince Louis taking a photo of his mother outdoors following her recovery from illness, a moment many people described as warm and respectful. That contrast has become a major talking point among royal commentators. Some argue it reflects two completely different approaches to public life, one centered on tradition and restraint, the other leaning more toward modern celebrity-style sharing. So the big questions now are swirling everywhere. Could Instagram moderators step in if they decide the video conflicts with platform rules? Will Harry's privacy case face new complications because of the online debate? And what does all of this mean for the couple's future media partnerships? Right now, nobody has clear answers. But one thing is obvious. The conversation around Meghan and Harry isn't slowing down anytime soon. Every post, every interview, and every public move sparks another wave of headlines. And the world keeps watching to see what happens next. And now the situation is reaching another level because the internet never forgets, and people are digging through every detail of Meghan's recent posts. Viewers are analyzing the timing, the captions, even the background of the videos, trying to figure out what message she's really sending. One thing that caught attention quickly was how polished the clips look. The lighting appears carefully set, the framing looks deliberate, and the overall presentation feels more like produced content than a random moment captured on the spot. That detail alone made a lot of online commentators question whether these posts were planned as part of a bigger image strategy. Some critics say the videos feel like a direct response to the growing criticism surrounding their media projects and public reputation. Instead of staying quiet, the post shows smiling moments, dancing clips, and relaxed scenes around their property. Supporters say it's simply a couple sharing pieces of their everyday life, but critics argue it looks like a calculated attempt to control the narrative. Another layer to this story is how quickly the videos spread. Within hours, clips and screenshots were circulating across social media platforms, with thousands of comments pouring in. Some users defended Meghan, saying she has every right to post whatever she wants on her own account. Others were far more skeptical, questioning the motives behind the posts. And that's the reality of today's celebrity culture. Every single upload becomes a headline waiting to happen. If you watch this and have thoughts, drop them in the comments below. If this breakdown made you see things differently, hit subscribe and stay locked in for more deep dives like this. Don't forget to like the video and share it with someone who needs to see it.